Sorry, my English isn't very well, so can you say again, or you are writing chat? I can't understand easily. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, it's time to start our meeting for today. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Hi, Catherine. Thanks for joining. So today we are starting with our yet another episode of Interpersonal Toastmasters meeting. I welcome you all. Today, we are going to learn how to find balance with ourselves. We have an exciting episode coming up by Toastmaster Piyush. With all due respect, I would like to call Toastmaster Piyush onto the virtual stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kalpana. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to another exciting session of Interpersonal Toastmaster. The theme for today is finding the right balance. Why is it important to have the right balance at all? If you take a look at Mother Nature, there is summer season. In India right now, it's summer. There are places that are warm, and there are other places that are warmer. At the same time, there's another season, it's winters, which is cold. So nature finds itself a way to keep things balanced. Where there is good, there is also bad. Where there is devil, there's also God. We've seen a movie that only has good characters and no villain. If such a movie exists, it will be extremely boring. That's my personal opinion. Another example. Some of us work, I'm not sure, maybe some of us are students, but if you work, there is work and there's also leisure. You relax, you take your time off. Even the air that we breathe has the right balance of oxygen and other gases. If you try to breathe pure oxygen, it will hurt you. So even if oxygen is the life air, in the pure form, it's not good. It also requires its balance with other gases. So in essence, finding the right balance is essential in a lot of different varieties in all the walks of our lives. With this, I will move on to introducing our role player of the day. The timer of the day is Toastmaster Susan. She did a wonderful evaluation for my speech in the last meeting. So I invite distinguished Toastmaster Susan to explain her role.
Yes, during this meeting, thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. During this meeting, I will be tracking the timing of each of the speakers. The prepared speeches typically are 5 to 7 minutes, unless they are special speeches. And when the speaker reaches the minimum time, my background will go to green. That will be at 5 minutes. Then at 6 minutes, it will go to the yellow. And then at 7 minutes, it will go to the red. That will indicate that the speaker needs to wrap up. They're reaching the maximum time. For the evaluations, they are 2 to 3 minutes. So the green will come on at 2, yellow at 2.5, and red at 3. You need to wrap up within 30 seconds. We also have an impromptu portion to our meeting where there are questions that will be asked by the topic master, and those questions should be answered within 1 to 2 minutes. So your goal is to speak to the green for 1 minute. The mid-range is yellow, 1.5. And at 2 minutes, you should be wrapping up. There's 30 seconds grace period, but we do like you to wrap up close to that red. So that will be my job, and I will give back a report at the end of the meeting. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Susan. Now I would like to introduce another member the word master and grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Kalpana. Toastmaster Kalpana, can you please explain your role?
Thank you, Toastmaster Piyush. As Wordmaster Grammarian, I will have to track the good usages and not so good usage of the language, and also have to introduce word of the day. Today's word of the day is incredible, which means impossible to believe. Example of the usage: an almost incredible tale of Trump and tragedy. I hope I request everyone to please make usage of the word of the day. And whenever someone uses word of the day, as we'll have to raise thumbs up, and I will be giving my report at the end of the meeting once Toastmaster of the day calls me. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kalpana. What an incredible start of the meeting. With that, I would like to move on to introducing another very important role. And most of us struggle when we talk. We have filler words that we use, and we all strive to minimize the usage of those filler words. So today, our next role is the R counter role, and Toastmaster Catherine would be playing that role. So Toastmaster Catherine, can you please explain your role?
Thank you, Piyush, Toastmaster of the day. I take this opportunity to introduce myself as the accounter of the day. I will be listening out to every speaker for pause fillers such as sound like ah, ooh, or, and also I'll be listening out for pause fillers like unnecessarily used prepositions like so, and, but, and many other prepositions that will be used to fill in the words. At the end of the meeting, I'll be able to provide a report of how we will be performing at this meeting. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Piyush.
Thank you, Toastmaster Catherine. We are done with the introductions. I will continue with the theme of the day, finding the right balance. And I will share an incredible story that has roots in the place I belong. The place is called Bodh Gaya, and the story is about Buddha. His full name is Gautam Buddha. And I am from a place called Bodh Gaya. This is where there's a Bodhi tree under which he got his enlightenment. So when Buddha became Buddha and got his enlightenment, he used to help a lot of people, even the kings at that point of time. So in that era, there was a king. He was very kind. He used to care a lot about his people in the kingdom. And one such king had trouble finding the right balance. He was overly worried about the problems in his kingdom. And while doing that, he kind of lost his balance and he felt pressured, and he was not keeping well because of thinking too much about the problems in his kingdom. So he thought of going to Buddha and asking for advice. So he went to Buddha, and Buddha knew already why this king is coming to me. So when he came, Buddha has a musical instrument called veena. The veena is like a guitar, it has strings. And as the king arrived, Buddha said, "Hey king, can you try playing the veena? Before I hear your problem, can you please play the veena?" So the king goes and tries to play the veena. The veena string is loose. It doesn't give good sound. It's not pleasant. So Buddha said, "Okay, looks like the strings are loose. Let me try to fix it." So Buddha tightens it. He tightens the string and he tightens it a bit too much. And then he asked the king to play the veena again. But again, there's no pleasant sound in the veena. So then the Buddha asks, "Hey king, what do you think? What's happening here? Like when the string is loose, there's no good sound. The string is too tight, there's still no pleasant sound." And then he explains, the veena string is similar to your life situation or anybody's life situation. We need to have right balance. If you take too much pressure, too much tension, if the strings are tight, it will not have pleasant sound. If it is too loose, you're relaxed, you're not paying attention to your work, then again, it's not pleasant. So you need to find the right balance. That's the solution to your problem. The king was happy, he returned happy. I believe this story helps you finding the right balance in your lives. With that, let's move on to our next section of prepared speeches. Our very first speech will be delivered by Toastmaster Kranti. The speech title is A Day Without a Mobile. And the evaluator for Toastmaster Kranti is Toastmaster Ayushi. And I would like to invite Toastmaster Ayushi to share the speech objective of Toastmaster Kranti. Toastmaster Ayushi, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Piyush. And my Toastmaster Kranti's path is innovative planning, and he is attempting level one. And project is education and feedback. And speech title goes with A Day Without Mobile. Toastmaster Kranti, A Day Without Mobile.
Yeah, thank you, Aishi. Thank you, everyone, for the opportunity. Today's my topic is a day without a mobile. Okay. As we all know, our life is dependent on mobile, and without internet and smart apps, can you imagine a day without it? Imagine a Sunday lying down on a sofa and you watch Netflix and you play with the mobile or whatever. Okay. And you don't go out. So imagine what if you forget it and you don't use it. Okay. What do? What can we do? You can't imagine, right? That's what it is about. And we need to do it. There is a saying, what I strongly believe of it is like, when you see your usage in the day, especially or from the Friday evening, just spikes. And I'm just thinking about what do? What can we do about it? Yes, we have to do it something, at least a day, and we plan something, what we used to do right from our childhood in the pre-mobile era, what we used to do. And this is something that we need to carry forward. It's like, I always believe in a saying of late is like, we are using, if it's not, we are using mobiles, mobiles are using us. So, and it's going to spike with the way the technology is evolving with artificial intelligence and blah, 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 right? So it makes us more addictive towards them, and mobiles keep using us more and make our minds more dumb. It's the fact. What do we do to stop it? Or what can we do to move out of it? Nothing. Just keep it simple. Just for a day, just keep trying it. Like, don't use your mobile when you are sitting alone and eating a lunch. Okay. And we scroll it like doing all social networking apps, and we eat by just looking at the mobile. Just stop it for a day. Just try to come out of it. Okay. And try to go out. Okay. Explore. Just keep it in that airplane. Keep the mobile in the airplane mode. Go to a different place. Just go to the nature or in the woods. Go for some kind of treks. Okay. Just do that. Whatever is your hobby, develop a hobby that really interests you for a day at least. Just try to come out of it and decrease that screen time, whatever you say, at least for a day. That keeps you on track and your hobby development as well. And I really felt that this is the most important thing that we are making towards the technology, and there should be a fine balance between that life, that what we believe and what this is really taking off. And that's it more. And I just want to conclude my speech quick, and if there is, yeah, that's it. Thanks.
What an incredible speech, Toastmaster Kranti. The words, the sentence that you used, we are not using the mobile, but the mobile are using us, that will stuck with me. I'm going to always remember it and not be like using mobile all the time. Thank you so much for an incredible speech. With that, I will request all the members to take 30 seconds and send feedback to Toastmaster Grant. Timer, please show green card after 30 seconds. Thank you so much. Let's move on to our next speech, which is to be delivered by Toastmaster Neha. And the title is My Musical Journey. And before we go to that speech, I would invite Toastmaster Jim, who's the evaluator for Toastmaster Neha, to share the speech objective. Toastmaster Jim.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. I do not have the objectives for Neha's speech tonight. So what I will do is after is to evaluate the speech and then get the speech details in terms of the pathways information, hopefully after the speech, and I'll send the evaluation out as quickly as I can.
If I might interrupt, Neha sent a note through WhatsApp saying that she had to drop off even though she signed on, so she will not be giving her speech.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that, Susan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Susan. So given that we don't have the second speech, I think we can safely move on to our next section, which is table topics. And our topic master of the day is Toastmaster Namita. Toastmaster Namita, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Piyush. Now, table topics, as we know, or for the sake of guess, I'll give you a topic. You have to speak for minimum 1 minute and maximum 2 minutes, 30 seconds. So I'll call upon a name. You have to speak on the topic. Let's start with Pooja. Yeah, are you ready, Pooja?
Yes.
Yeah. Your topic is, have you achieved your dreams yet? Have you achieved your dreams yet? Over to you.
So my topic is, have I achieved my dreams yet? So I mean, like right now, my dreams, there's a lot more to achieve. Yeah, some part of my dreams I have achieved, but like it's like a stepping stone, and once you reach that height, you feel to achieve more, and it's just like variation. Like suppose you achieve one thing, then gradually you want to achieve next. So let's say that I wanted to first graduate. Now my dream is to do more than education, like to be all-rounder or to speak in front of everyone or to learn something more. So in my perception, I have not achieved my dream yet, but I am in process of achieving it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pooja. Yes, it makes sense. We are all a work in progress. Now, my next question is to Toastmaster Elf. Are you ready?
Yes. Just my topic. What is my topic?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, my English isn't very well, so I wanna practice my English. If I no, sorry.
So your topic is, what is your aspiration as a Toastmaster?
Okay, sorry.
Just check the chat.
I don't know expression.
Aspiration, your dream, your goal.
Ah, okay, goal. Okay. My goal is finish at my university because now I am a preparatory student at Bilkent University in Turkey, and if I can finish my university, and I wanna more nurses because my uncle and family live in Merced. Yeah. And my department is chemistry. I wanna I wanna work my sorry 1 minute.
Thank you so much. Now, my next topic is for Toastmaster Kranti. Toastmaster Kranti, life is a balance between holding on and letting go. Your thoughts on this?
Can you repeat it again, please?
Life is a balance between holding on and letting go. What is your thoughts on this?
Yeah, so you need to know the fine balance on what is the balance between the holding on and letting it go. Is like I believe in it like if you hold that, I give it like if you hold the dumbbell of 5 kg for a long time, okay, you feel the weight, okay, and you just hold it for a time, you just leave it, right? So it's just an analogy. So it applies to everything in our real life as well. If you hold that small thing as well, that we carry it forever, it will create problems and you will feel that pain. Okay, I think it should be a balance, and we should leave it as soon as, we shouldn't hold it for long. Okay, but yes, what you should hold it is like your career aspirations and the way your passion, what you're trying to do, and perception about life. These are the things that you should hold it, but not about the problems and the daily challenges, small things. We shouldn't hold it, we should let it go. That is how I see it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That makes a lot of sense. Now, next question is for Toastmaster Catherine. Are you ready? Follow your dreams, as said by the first female astronaut of India, Kalpana Chawla. Follow your dreams. What are your thoughts on this? Over to you, Catherine.
Follow your dreams. At the age of 23, I thought that I would probably become everything that I dreamt about. Some of my dreams included becoming the movie star. Some of them included becoming a great mother. Some of them included traveling the world. Some of them included becoming a musician, becoming a TV actor, becoming the world's most fit athlete. Follow your dreams. I thought it was going to happen through a career path, but I was wrong. I was totally mistaken. The thoughts that we have had that when we go through school, everything in life will happen through a career path might be misleading. Can I tell you something, Toastmasters, guests? I have achieved each and every one of these dreams. I have been able to become one of the world's best athletes, even at a weight of 100 kilograms. I have been able to become one of the world's greatest movie actor, especially to my children. I have become one of the greatest musicians, especially to my husband and my friends and family. I have followed my dreams, not necessarily on a career path, but through life's challenges, life's journeys. And guess where I am? I come from Africa, a small country in East Africa, and I live in Southeast Asia, having traveled at least 5 continents, including the Middle East. So to you, Elif, I know where you live. I know where you stay. I have followed my dreams. Follow your dreams. Just live life. Thank you, Toastmaster. Table topics, mistress.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Catherine. That makes a lot of sense and it's very inspiring. Yes, Dana, I see you hands are raised. Your topic is this. Just write your answer in the chat, okay? Dana, your topic is this. Just write about it in the chat. Now, next, I would like to ask Toastmaster Joy. Are you ready?
Yes.
So, when stressed out, how do you calm down? How do you calm down when you are stressed out? Over to you, Toastmaster Joy.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Actually, that happened like a few hours ago. I was stressed out, of course, because of my coworker who shares my office 8 hours a day. She started to nagging about, oh, I have so much work. I have to do this and that. And do you know what? I feel like I am emotionally babysitting her for 8 hours a day. And that's how I get paid. Well, my job is a language teacher, so I have students, but I feel like this is my most important job because she's not my direct boss, but she has very strong connection with my boss. So I was so stressed out, and luckily I had this so great friend. I hope she allows me to call her as a friend because she is my coworker, but she is the only door that I can open my heart fully. Other than that, I just wear my mask to like a social mask that I'm okay. So don't try to invade my private area, something like that. But we had a lunch together. So my mouth was really like running like a rocket. I started to talk about her like blah, blah, blah. It was so fast. And also luckily, she is Korean and I'm Korean. So we were able to talk, communicate in mother tongue. So there was no miscommunication or she talked me back. Joy, I totally understand you, what you mean by that. And I am in your position, so I understand. And that one word, I understand you, I got your back. Those 2 sentences really makes me so much relieved. And I know that I shouldn't be like that. I should not depends on a person and talk like it's kind of back talking, right? But honestly, I think talking makes me so relieved. And once I start to talk and I have a person who understands me, I am so grateful. And that was the most incredible moment of my day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joy. We all have one colleague who just drains her battery out. So, unpopular opinion, never trust your colleagues and co-workers. It's up to you how you take this. Now, the next topic is for Toastmaster. Who did I ask? Susan, are you up for it?
Yes,
I can time you.
that's fine.
Yeah, I'll take care of your timing.
Okay. Your question?
Yeah. My question is, the key is not to prioritize what others need, but to prioritize your own schedule. The key is not to prioritize what others need, but to prioritize your own schedule. Your thoughts on this? Over to you, Toastmaster Susan.
Madam Topic Master, that is great wisdom, because I'm retired now, but while I was at work, everyone else's emergency became something they thought I needed to prioritize. Whether it was a phone call or an email or a boss in a meeting, everybody had their hair on fire, thinking that what they needed was the most important thing in my life. They were wrong, but they made the paycheck, so I had to very often acquiesce to what they did. Now, incredibly, I am retired and I can now choose to prioritize that which I choose to do. So after having a Toastmasters meeting, I'm on the East Coast of the United States. So after having a Toastmasters meeting at 7 p.m. tonight, I get to relax for a few minutes before I come to my Toastmasters meeting here at 9:30 p.m. I choose to do this. Now, for many of you, it's your morning. California, it's early evening. For those in India, early morning. You set out your day. I will implore you, each and every one of you, whether you're working or not, still set your own priorities. It's really good for mental health, Joy, really good to have your own priorities. They often say that when you're in an airplane, put on your oxygen mask first, because if you don't, you might pass out trying to do it onto your child if they're fussing. So take care of yourself. I also have an elderly husband that I need to attend to on occasion, but I've been reminded self-care is important, because if I don't prioritize that, I might be lying down dead and he won't have anybody to take care of him. So that is one of the priorities that I make sure that I do. Madam Topic Master.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Susan. Yeah. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And that brings me to my next topic. Toastmaster Kalpana, are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah, so your topic is when you're stressed out and when you feel overworked and overwhelmed, what do you do to calm yourself down? Over to you.
Thank you, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Namita. Every day when I get tired, I get to this situation and I feel that I have to give up. I have to give up as a human being. I have to give up as a professional who will be working. I have to give up as a mother. I have to give up as a wife. And I have to also give up as a Toastmaster, because I am not there in my daily schedule and I always feel I am tired. Then I will take 15 minutes power nap, and that fills a lot of energy, and I feel that I got the energy to live back for another moment, to improve from what I was yesterday as a professional, because I want to go back. I don't want to give up there, and I want to ensure that my manager gives me more challenges than what I had learned last year, and this will help me to get perform better. I also ensure that I am preparing new dish so that whatever quarrel between my kids and myself happened, it will be going off because I was stressed out. And I will ensure that I am also becoming good Toastmaster by pleasing my mentor, and he will be happy when I am giving much good speech or as a good table topic. So every time I get stressed out, I will ensure that I am giving up 15 minutes of my time for sleep and re-energize myself so that I'll be back. Thank you. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kalpana. I don't know how you're taking a nap in the middle of the day. If I take a nap, it turns into sleep for at least 2 hours, and then I cannot sleep at night. But thanks for the tips. Now, the next topic is for, okay, I can't see Toastmaster Ayushi. Toastmaster Jim, are you ready? Do you believe your hobby can be monetized? Do you believe your hobby can be monetized? Over to you.
Yes, I do believe that hobbies can be monetized. Several years ago, I started to take voice lessons, and it was originally because I wanted to become more comfortable in my interactions with people. But I started to get compliments on my singing from people, and I'm a jazz lover. And so that led me to fantasize, well, look, maybe if I stick with voice lessons long enough, I might be able to make something of this. Well, in the early 2000s, it led to 4 opportunities for me to give paid concerts at a New York City venue. And that would have been unthinkable when I first started voice lessons. Now, it hasn't led to a career necessarily, not the way that I originally fantasized it, but those 4 paid opportunities to sing before a live audience really were exhilarating, and I will never forget each one. They each have taught me a valuable lesson, namely that, yes, it is possible, even in a small way, to monetize your hobby. Thank you for the question.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jim. Timer, do we have any more time for topics? I've done, but should we continue with the rest of?
According to the agenda, I think we're reaching the time where we should be moving on. However, we only have one evaluator, so you might consider one more if you have anybody else in the audience who has not responded.
Anyone wants to try TT again? Anyone? Come on, don't be shy.
I think you have covered everyone, actually.
Yeah. Okay, Toastmaster Piyush, over to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Toastmaster Namita. It's really interesting and rejuvenating to hear perspective from different people who come from different industries and different cultures, and in the form of topics, share their own unique perspective. It's really refreshing. What an incredible table topic session. With this, let's move on to our next section, which is evaluation. And we only had one prepared speech today. And the evaluator for that speech that Toastmaster Kranti did is Toastmaster Ayushi. So I invite Toastmaster Ayushi to do the evaluations. Toastmaster Ayushi, the stage is yours.
Yeah, she's joining in a minute. So yeah, she's having some internet problems.
Got it. So there, we still have a balance. We had our good part, and now we have our interruptions. So life and everything finds their own way to have balance. Sorry, Toastmaster Namita, you were saying something.
Yeah, so Toastmaster Joy, may I know what you do like apart from Toastmasters?
Sorry, so you are asking me what I'm doing as my job?
Yeah. So apart from Toastmasters, what are your hobbies and how do you utilize your time?
Thank you for that question. My hobby is hiking. So I lived in different state like Washington State or Oklahoma and Colorado, but I moved to California for this job. And I did not know that California can be this expensive to live. So I'm trying to be very frugal. So I found that this hobby, which is hiking, costs nothing. So you just go to the state park, or yeah, I usually go to this Garland Ranch. It's in Carmel. So I drive there with my friend, and we start to hike, and it takes about like 1 to 2 hours, and we talk and we enjoy the weather, and we came back, and then the half of the day is already gone. And again, because of this inflation, everything is so expensive. So my friend and I, we go to this Vietnamese pho restaurant, which is noodle soup, and we enjoy this Asian food, which is delicious, but at the same time affordable. So I can say my hobby is hiking. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Once Toastmaster Ayushi settles, we will call her for the evaluation. Toastmaster, if I have put your question in the chat, can you see it?
Yes. Okay.
So, what are your hobbies?
Okay. My hobbies are play table tennis and play guitar. The most my hobbies important is meet my friends. I actually live in a dormitory, my school. So I have several friends around me. So no, sorry.
That's fine. Now we know what you like to do apart from Toastmasters. So, yeah, Toastmaster Ayushi, are you there?
Yes, hello, everyone.
Okay. Yeah, so it's fine if you don't come on video, just save your bandwidth for, the evaluation.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, over to you.
Toastmaster Aishi, you are on mute.
It looks like she has some terrible network today, which is incredible for us. We get time to socialize in the Toastmasters meeting. So, okay. Yeah, she joined back.
Yeah, I also often face internet issues. So I try to have different backups whenever possible. So I have a Wi-Fi connection, which is wired one. And then I have cell phone. And trust me, not every part of my house get good signal. So sometimes I have to like switch off my video and then try to go to an area where there is signal. So I empathize like how sometimes we feel we have issues around internet.
Yeah, I agree. Especially once I started working from home, I have 2 phone numbers and both are for backup in case Wi-Fi doesn't work. Sometimes there are thunderstorms in my area and that just is terrible. And not being at work during work hours is not very nice at my organization.
Yeah,
okay, that's fine.
and,
Yeah. Yeah, continue, please.
yeah, and in some part of the world we don't have 24-hour power. Like when I was in California, there's no power cut. There's hardly power cuts. And then if there's a planned outage, we get a notification like a day before reminder or reminder on the same day, like, hey, there will be maintenance and power cut for 30 minutes. Like what? I'm in this other part of the world where there is no timing, like the power can go for like a couple of minutes, maybe an hour without notice. And I don't have power backup here. And I figured that people are so innovative that they find opportunity and do innovation to solve that problem. Did you know that there is a power backup just for your router? And it's very portable. It's like size of your cell phone. I have that installed in my router. So even if power goes and I don't have power backup, my router gets power from that mini portable power backup.
Oh, nice. Okay, I thought that, okay, so my power backup is from the inverter for the router. I didn't know that there's something inside we can put.
But I tell you the joke over here, even if we do it in some place of the world, the central power system where it supplies to different routers, right, that get off. If that is off, even if we have backup at the router at our place, it won't work.
That's right. There can be other points here.
Yes, yeah.
I didn't expect California or any place in US to have any kind of power cut.
Namita, can I just give me my short evaluation?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead with your evaluation. Over to you.
Yeah, I think I'm audible enough.
Yeah, you are.
Okay. So coming to the speech, congratulations, Kranti, on completing this project. And yeah, I love your this line. You are not using mobile and mobile is using us. That something hit me really hard, and I think we all can relate to it. And nowadays, as we have started using mobile phone so much, and coming to the area of improvement, I think you have maintained a good eye contact throughout, and you also showed your gestures properly, and your clarity of the speech was right. And yeah, I think there is a chance where you can, tell us a short story about how how you are dealing with without mobile or in your daily life. So you could have told us that, and also you could have also mentioned like how our life were earlier before mobiles were invented. So this is something I think I want to see in your upcoming speeches. And overall, you have given an incredible speech, and I just loved it because of that particular line. I just loved your speech, and yeah, you might want to consider it and include it for your upcoming speeches. And good luck with that. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Aichi. Even I felt like it has to be more. A little more long speech than I anticipated it, but I will work on it for the next speeches. Thank you for the feedback.
Yes, we'll learn through this right after giving speeches, and good luck with that.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ayushi, for the evaluation, despite your internet connection issues. Let's move on to the different reports of the day, starting with the timer report. The stage is yours, our distinguished Toastmaster, Susan.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day. Our one prepared speech today by Kranti. The prescribed time was 5 to 7 minutes, and you were a tad short with 3 minutes and 19 seconds. As your evaluator said, a story may have lengthened it enough sufficiently to reach the minimum time. On our table topics today, the goal is from 1 to 2 minutes. Pooja, have you achieved your dreams yet? 1 minute and 1 second. Elif, aspiration is Toastmaster or goals, 1 minute and 48 seconds. Kranti, life is a balance, holding or letting go, holding on or letting go, 1 minute and 6 seconds. Catherine, follow your dreams, 2 minutes. Deanna, it was in the chat, so it's hard for me to time, but thank you for participating. Joy, countdown when stressed out, 2 minutes and 33 seconds. Myself, Susan, prioritizing, 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Kalpana, stressed, overworked, what do you do? I love those power naps. Thank you. 1 minute and 37 seconds. It's a skill you need to. And Jim, do you believe your hobby can be monetized? 1 minute and 40 seconds. So well done on all of the table topics. On the one evaluator, the goal is 2 to 3 minutes. Ayushi, you were a bit short at 1 minute and 39 seconds, but it's appropriate for a shorter speech. So congratulations, well done. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Susan. The next report is grammarian report, and I invite Toastmaster Kalpana to share her report.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. What an incredible meeting we had today. And I was overjoyed when I heard almost everyone using my word of the day. I was really happy for that. So coming to the good usage of the meeting today, we had some interesting good usage of the words: interesting, regeneration, trouble finding the right balance, people from industry, unique perspective. That was really good. And I wanted to special call out Toastmaster Susan's speech had proper delivery of the content, and I was sure everybody were able to understand that. So I just, as a grammarian, I just wanted to say out that reading may be the #1 way where we can improve our grammarian skills. And if we get a grammarian manual, then it will add cherry onto the cake where we'll be able to improve ourselves further. With this, I conclude my report and give the control back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Kalpana. The next report is our counter report, and I would like to invite Toastmaster Catherine to share her report. Toastmaster Catherine.
Thank you, Piyush. Today I was looking out for post fillers, and I will call out, first of all, the people that I found that really were careful to avoid post fillers. And these were Suzanne, Joy, Piyush, and Kalpana. If you used any post fillers, I didn't take concrete note of them. But some of those that came through, I will just mention a few names, and don't feel terrible if yours were more or the other, but it's for us to improve our speech. For those who don't understand what post fillers are words that come in just to fill the sentence as you get your mind together to what you are saying, including myself. I had several post fillers in my speeches. So I remember I listened to Ayushi, and there was mostly the use of the word and. It came unnatural, you don't recognize it, but it comes so many times to fill up, sentences. There was Kranti. Kranti used the word and okay a lot. Then also so and like. Jim, and will. For table topics, our President Namitha, and so, but that was only at the beginning of Toastmasters, of the table topics. After that, she was fluent. Poja, we had so, and like. Elif, we had most of them with but I understand Elif, it's mostly because of the Arabic dialect. Many of us, when we speak Arabic, we use a lot of when we're trying to join up our words. So with English as well, we will learn with time, with more practice, to reduce the pause fillers. I think that makes my report. This was an incredible meeting. I'm learning a lot. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Catherine, and thank you for making a good usage a number of times for the word of the day. Incredible. With that, I will provide the conclusion on the theme of the day, which is finding the right balance. and I'll share a personal habit on how I find my right balance and what is my habit that helps me get there. Many times as a product manager in my company, my calendar is full. I work with people with different time zones. So I have meetings starting early in the morning to like end of the day and almost like a little bit late in the evening as well. So sometimes it's hard for me to find time to focus on things that I really want to do, a skill that I like to develop, or certain things that I want to think about and prepare some things. So what I do to find time for my personal development is block some time. So even though the calendar is meant for meetings that you have with other people, what you can also do is block time for self-development. And I tag this invitation, this appointment as focus time. So what you can do is find a time where there are less meetings and tag these recurring meetings as your focus time and use these times for your self-development or for things that you really want to do and didn't find time to do it. Remember, if it is not on your calendar, it's not happening. I hope this personal habit helps you find the right balance in your life. And overall, I personally believe that finding the right balance in all the walks of our lives is essential and very important. With that, I would like to conclude the meeting for today, and I would like to hand over the control to our presiding officer, Namita.
Thank you so much. That is well said. Now, yeah, I would like to ask the feedback of our guests, Joy and Elf. What do you? Are you both our club members, Jim and Catherine? I'm not sure if you're guests or club members.
Thank you for asking, President. I will be concluding my club membership payment this week. I had problems with my banks, and I'm going to be remitting my subscription for this club, but I am a Toastmaster paid up member in another club.
Thank you. What about you, Jim?
I'm working on my membership application, and I plan to be sending it out within the next few days.
Okay, thank you. So next week is a workshop by Toastmaster Susan. So we need just timer role, right? Toastmaster partner. Okay. So regarding coming back to the feedback, can you please provide your feedback, Toastmaster Joy and El? How was this meeting for you?
Yeah, yes, it was very pleasure, and I was looking for some kind of inspiration, and I am 100% sure that your speeches and your energy to this club made my night, and thank you for that. And I'm very grateful that I'm in the era of internet, so we are all in a different time zone and all over different places. But we are sharing the time and sharing the talking, and those speeches were very incredible. So thank you.
Toastmaster Elif?
Okay. Thank you for everything. It is I actually it is great. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Thank you so much. So anybody wants to volunteer as a timer for next week's workshop?